Saudi Arabia's official explanation of the death of Washington Post contributor Jamal Khashoggi has failed to end allegations of a cover-up. Saudi officials say King Salman and the Crown Prince have called Khashoggi's son to offer condolences. President Trump spoke with Turkey's president on the phone yesterday and agreed the case needs to be cleared up. Major Garrett is at the White House. Major, good morning.
Good morning. President Trump appears willing to believe the Saudis that Khashoggi's death, they say, was not murder, that the Crown Prince, de facto leader of the kingdom, knew nothing about it, and that the Saudis can be trusted to conduct a credible investigation, even though they've had to admit under intense international pressure that this death, Khashoggi's, came at their hands. Well, key U.S. allies in Europe and key voices in Congress say the Saudi story doesn't add up.
I do. I mean, it's early.
President Trump said he believed Saudi Arabia's evolving story that Washington Post columnist and U.S. resident Jamal Khashoggi died after a fight broke out inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul.
We haven't finished our review or investigation. I think it's a very important first step.
And after nearly 3 weeks, the Saudis have not said where Khashoggi's body is.
Nobody seems to know. Somebody knows.
Mr. Trump also said no U.S. intelligence agency has heard an audio recording or read a transcript purportedly of Khashoggi's violent death.
We've heard about it, but nobody's seen it.
Saudi Arabia's foreign minister said Khashoggi died at the hands of Saudi security personnel, many with ties to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who acted on their own, providing no evidence supporting the claims.
This is a mistake, this is a criminal act, and those responsible for it will be punished. The Crown Prince has denied this, the Crown Prince is not aware of this.
Top lawmakers were not buying it and looked to the Crown Prince, known widely as MBS.
It's my thinking that MBS was involved in this, that he directed this, and that this person was purposely murdered.
While the White House waits, pressure builds to confront the Saudis.
I cannot do business with the current leadership.
For his part, the president praised the Crown Prince's, quote, very good control of the kingdom, but acknowledged there's been lies with the Saudis shifting explanations. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who announced he was canceling an appearance at a Saudi-sponsored investment conference later this month, will nevertheless stop in the kingdom to discuss counterterrorism issues with the kingdom's leadership. Meanwhile, the president of Turkey said, John, Tuesday he will announce an update in Turkey's part of this Khashoggi investigation.
Major, the president promised very severe consequences. What exactly is the White House considering?
Well, a key working relationship with Congress is beginning to emerge, and the president's talking about that with a bit more specificity. There's an underlying law that requires sanctions to those responsible for carrying out a human rights violation of this kind. But there's no sense here, John, the president's going to tamper with an existing arms deal with the Saudis or fundamentally alter the tight U.S. relationship with the kingdom.
And Major, the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has a tight relationship with the Crown Prince. How does that affect this calculus?
Well, that relationship was forged during the transition, John, when MBS, the Crown Prince, reached out to Jared Kushner. President-elect Trump empowered Kushner to develop a close working relationship with the Saudis as a counterweight to Iran. The United States and the Saudis have been very close on arms deals, Yemen, other issues in the region. And Jared Kushner has relied heavily on the Crown Prince to forward that Trump agenda in the region, and now has to explain if that close relationship in some way gave the Saudis a sense that they could go much farther than the U.S. or this administration is comfortable with in the Khashoggi matter.
All right, Major, thank you so much.